Let's take you back now to Nqobile Madlala. Nqobile, I know you're standing by with the guest. Go for it.
Yes, Man, I am here with our guest who is from the Super 7 minority parties. And I mean, Dr. Joe, we saw yesterday the breakdown of communication and that council with a lot of disruptions that took place. We understand that the whip of council today will be speaking to a speaker with regards to her leaving the council. But can you tell us what are you expecting as the minority parties?
Yeah, thanks, Nqobile. And I think first and foremost, we condemn what had happened yesterday. It was indeed a very sad day for the city of Ekurhuleni and the residents of the city, that we could degenerate to such low levels of a circus. And one can not be proud even to be part of that council, that conduct itself in that manner. We have called a multi-party meeting, which is chaired by the whip of council, and the multi-party to engage with the speaker so that we can discuss the way forward. But what is of paramount importance is that we need to conclude the business of the day. As you would have witnessed, council was almost done. We were on the last but one item on the agenda until the disruption started. So we've got to conclude on the motion, conclude the business of council, and failure which we're going to explore avenues that are available to us as council.
If you say you still need to conclude the business of the day, does that mean that you still have to go through with the debate in terms of the mayor? Most
certainly. The motion was already tabled in council, and what was left is for the parties to debate and a decision to be taken. And that's the part that we still have to conclude.
And I mean, I understand this mayor comes from the coalition of ANC as well as EFF, but also the minority parties were people that supported this mayor in the beginning. But can you then tell us, are you still in support of his, of the way that he has perhaps conducted or taken care of the city?
The mayor comes from the AIC, which is part of the Super 7, and we do support the mayor, but we don't support what has been happening in the city. We are public representatives. We're not serving our own interests. We are community members in our own right. We have seen how service delivery has been deteriorating in the city. Like they say, the fish rots from the head. Right? The mayor is the head of the executive. And we have been calling for change because we ushered this administration that we're talking about. But we are bold enough to step forward when things are not right. Like we are doing now. We've been impressing upon the mayor from as early as last year to say things are not okay. And when things are not okay, we need to correct. But we were not successful. So in actual fact, the motion gave us an opportunity, or gives us an opportunity, to correct the wrongs and fix for the sake of the people of Ekurhuleni. It's not about us. It's about the residents of the city.
Indeed it is. Thank you very much, Dr. Joe Mujapelo. Just speaking to us there, Iman, about the fact that they also support the mayor, because remember, they are the part of the minorities that were actually choosing or were part of the coalition. However, they're not in support of what has been happening in the municipality. But just to remind you, the municipality has had quite a lot of issues. Waste management is one of those issues that has been highlighted. Water issues has been highlighted. Power as well. You would see that Eskom had that statement yesterday which said that they were not cutting power at the right time when there was load shedding. But far beyond that, there's been cable theft. There's been quite a lot that's been happening in the municipality, and people have been speaking. Areas like Nthabiseng would be the areas that have been mostly affected. So they want that to be corrected, and the way to correct is to continue with council, and this is why they are going to be meeting with the speaker today to ensure that they continue with that debate, they conclude with that vote, and they decide if the mayor can still keep his job.
And it is all about service delivery. That should be the focus. And instead, as we've seen in a number of councils across the country, the focus has been on political survival. But Nqobile Madlala, thank you very much for that update. And we will continue to watch developments in council.